gonna be is it really gonna be a sub?
Oh, you're fucking lucky, you piece of shit. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, that was amazing. No, I just
I'm gonna smash your boy, guys.
I'm not talking about.
Y'all must have forgot. Gotta be very careful.
海賊王になるのは俺だ。
It's time!
Hey y'all, welcome back to Never Bored with George. I'm your host George,
Jason?
and today we will be continuing our series Never Bored with MMA, where we cover UFC, Bellator, boxing, and any combat sport that interests us and that we want to cover. So today we're going to be talking about UFC 266 main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega, bro.
The featherweight championship. Let's go.
I can kind of start this off one, yeah? Let's set the stage, guys. We've got Alexander the Great Volkanovski, 19 fight win streak. That alone scares me, let alone nabbing 2 wins. Arguably, that second win against Max Holloway is up for you to decide, debatable. But regardless, on paper, 2 wins against the greatest featherweight of all time, Max Holloway. Let's just say Alexander Volkanovski knows how to fight. Okay, we know that Alexander Volkanovski. I think there's a narrative that we should discuss about him where like people sometimes don't take him seriously based on what we've seen. He's not a huge knockout artist per se, but he is honestly one of the toughest fighters we've ever seen to compete in the UFC. He has proven that he deserves to be champion, and all the more reason for us to cover in this fight because, guys, this is the main event in 266. This fight is guaranteed to bring fireworks. The way that Alexander Volkanovski fights, some people could argue it's a lot of point fighting, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to get the W. You got to get the win and maintain your championship. Alexander Volkanovski said he's trying to go for the KO for this fight. But that being said, if he sticks to how he does it and just keeps that volume pressure up, he might be able to beat Brian Ortega. But that kind of segues into me to Brian Ortega. There's a reason why T-City is who he is. T-City, Brian Ortega is one of the nastiest fighters you've ever seen. He may not be the crispest, the fastest, but he's one of the toughest, the most entertaining fighters. He pulls out some of the most insane submission wins I've ever seen in the sport of the UFC and MMA. On top of his loss to Max Holloway, he basically revamped his fighting style to match up against the new standard of MMA in the featherweight division. And his performance against the Korean Zombie was something I never saw happen because Korean Zombie constantly moves forward. That's the reason why he's called the Zombie. And Brian Ortega showed that you can come forward all you want. I'm just gonna keep pushing you back, hitting you, piecing you up until there's nothing left for you to come at me with. And that elbow too. That shit scares me,
dirty.
bro.
That shit had me. Ooh.
Exactly, bro. And what's great about it too is that if it's an issue of Alexander Volkanovski trying to do takedowns in this fight, that won't be a problem because Brian Ortega is a black belt in BJJ under the Gracie Barra banner of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he was already a black belt, meaning his ground game should be top tier. Jason, that's all I can say for the matter. Let me throw it over to you, man. Well, let me hear your thoughts on this fight, bro. The main event.
I just gotta say, man, I've been watching like the press conference for this fight, and the line that got me hyped for this fight is when Brian Ortega said, "The belt, I'm coming for your head." When he said that, I was like, okay. What the hell is about to happen? Like, what is Brian about to really do out here? Because, like, when you say stuff like that, bro, he's like, no, fuck the... I don't care. I don't give a shit about the belt. I'm coming for your head. Yeah. So, it's like, this is about to be war. That's what I'm expecting for this fight. That fight against the Korean Zombie, like, when I saw that highlight of him, like... out of nowhere, just pulling the what is it, like a 360? I guess you could say 360 elbow.
Let's say it's a Beyblade elbow.
Yeah, Beyblade elbow. Literally a Beyblade elbow. He just went like this. That is insane skills. Like you said, he improved his skills after fighting Holloway. Right. So just to see him fight for the belt, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then for Volkanovski, he, like you said, he has the 19 win streak.
And it's not against 19 bums.
No, it's not against 19 bums. We're talking
Max Holloway, twice, Chad Mendez,
Jose Aldo. Oh. Dude, like these are top level guys. Like we're not talking about like some people on the bottom, like 10, 11.
No, this
top like what, 6 people at least, right?
Bro, he's from the down under. He gon' bring it dirty.
Australian mate.
Yeah. Bro, he knows what it means to fight, and that's what's so interesting about this fight. You know, Volkanovski can keep that traditional fight, or is he, if he's going to change it up against someone like Brian? Because what's interesting is that Brian's a little bit taller, he has a longer reach, and he has the KOs and submissions under his belt to make him a genuine threat.
Yeah.
So the question is, what can Alexander Volkanovski bring to the table? Is it going to be takedowns? Because I don't see that going well.
Yeah.
If the threat of submission's there, if it's trying to maybe potentially outstrike by point, but the difference is Brian Ortega was fighting the Korean Zombie.
Yeah, exactly.
He took on Max Holloway, the greatest featherweight.
Exactly.
The dude who basically put Calvin Cater in the hospital. Oh, basically. I mean, he isn't, but still, like, just seeing like how these top fighters have learned from fighting top level competition and how they keep the career going after that.
Yeah.
It's so great to see, especially in the featherweight division, because these guys fight fast and fight hard. Their momentum and pace is something insane. I can't wait to see what happens for this main event.
Yeah.
Jason, I think it's time for predictions, bro.
This is a hard one, man.
I'll let you go first.
No,
Let you go first.
So I know, like, you know, Volkanovski's on he's on a 19 win streak. Brian Ortega, he's had some really good fights. But, and even though Brian Ortega said, like, I'm coming for your head. Oh, I don't even like saying it. I don't want to even make the decision, but I'm going Volkanovski, man.
He is the great for a reason. He
has the belt, man. He has the belt right now. He's also said stuff during the conference. He said, "You don't deserve this belt. I'm keeping this belt." So just to see his fire towards this fight too, and they also have some commotion going on too.
Because of the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah.
So like he's like, you know, I don't respect his not worth ethic, but like his,
no, I know he said he deserved to be there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like when I hear all this, like they have some blood going here. So I know they're both gonna show up, and I don't know, something just says like Volkanovski's probably gonna get this dub.
Dude,
so.
I can't disagree, and I'll bring out my prediction. I agree with all the points you said, but here's the thing. Alexander, it's great that Alexander Volkanovski's really want to sell this fight. Maybe he does mean the things he says, and apparently he just found out that Brian Ortega had an infraction with the USADA for doping potentially. I think that was like 5-6 years ago, but now he brings it up now. All these are great points to bring up, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think Brian Ortega is able to answer any challenge that Alexander Volkanovski brings. That's why my bet is going to be for Ortega. What I'm saying is that it's because even before his revival and rebirth after the post-Max Holloway fight, he was already dangerous on submissions. And being a jiu-jitsu guy, he can manipulate the ground much easier, I think more confidently than Volkanovski. I'm not saying Volkanovski doesn't have ground game, but this is a sport where grappling's heavy. So as the champ, he does have that. But Volkanovski is a certified badass on the ground. So then my question is, does it go back to standing? And if we're going to stand up, you've seen the diversity in striking goes to Ortega, because he can jab, he can combo, he can elbow, he has those skills to do that as well. And so if Ortega can somehow drop Volkanovski and it goes to the ground, it's all Ortega from there.
That's true.
So I think Ortega has more tools in his toolbox to potentially beat Volkanovski with. Guys, that's why my prediction is going to be Brian Ortega.
I mean, look, I'm just gonna say, man, even though I said Volkanovski, in my mind, I'm at 50-50.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean,
I agree with you. I'm 50-50, but if I had bigger, that's what I'm saying. If I have a reason,
if you're making a bet,
if I'm trying to be, you know, ESPN analysis boy over here, like I have a reason, I think that's my reason behind it. But
yeah,
I think, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Stay tuned for our reaction. We're gonna be reacting to the main event fight. It's gonna be fireworks, to say the least. I'm your host, George.
Jason.
Stay tuned for our reaction. Oh. 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 Oh.
What was that?
Oh. Tension in the round. Oh. Dude, he just ate that shit. Oh.
Oh. Yo.
Oh. He just gives, if you have a big enough cut, yo. Oh! There's gonna be is it really gonna be a sub? Oh my god! What? He has him in a guillotine!
Is he going to sleep? No.
No, his chin. He got out. He got out.
What the fuck is going on?
I tried. No way.
Did I predict this?
No way. No way. Brian Ortega's doing the triangle.
Damn, he's so good. Volkanovski is so good. Dude, I will. Oh my god.
Dude,
Volkanovski is so good to be able to last. Oh my god.
look at him. He's no.
Hurricane,
Please,
stop
no,
it.
Don't.
Stop it.
That is me.
Oh, you're fucking lucky, you piece of shit. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, that was amazing. No, I just.
Dude, he's on the floor. He's not even getting up,
No,
dude.
this is his corner. Oh yeah, he's good. He's
Oh my
good.
gosh, dude.
Holy shit,
I don't give
bro.
a. I am glad I picked Volkanovski, dude. That is toughness, bro. You're telling me he got in a guillotine and a freaking triangle and.
You're right, bro. You're right.
He said 1-2, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's so sad. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Let's go.
Did he change
End that shit,
position?
man. Oh, there it is. Come. Oh my.
If anything, it's a. Oh! Dude, come on, throw. Oh! Hey, y'all. We are back from reacting to UFC 266, the main event, Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkanovski. Guys, this fight was insane to say the least. This was definitely worth the pay-per-view main event. It was just a fantastic fight overall. Jason, I'll let you go first on this, brother.
Let's just say I finally got one of the fights. I made the right decision because I was 0-2 before the last main event, and then I finally got Volkanovski. I made the prediction and he won. We just saw some insane heart from Ortega.
Yes.
Because dude, like to be able to take that much punishment and to be able to literally get close to 3 submissions. They said 3 submissions in the fight. And we're talking like hard submissions here.
Dude, like what was it? A guillotine? We were trying to do some arm bars.
Arm triangle.
Yeah, a triangle. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god.
But like just to see that toughness and to be able to I remember for the guillotine, right? It was literally while Volkanovski was throwing combinations in, out of nowhere, like Ortega just grabs his neck and gets him on the ground and has a guillotine. To see like that, like dedication, and to be able to still have the focus of I gotta kill, I gotta get this win, and having that like focus to do that, it was insane. Overall, Volkanovski did what he had to do, man. He was on fire. He also had heart just to be able to break out of those submissions, man. Like those are people that get in that position, they tap.
And it was against a certified black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly. That even gives it more validity because you're telling me like you're in the like his face was turning red. Like I was like, dude, how is he like surviving this right now? And he somehow slips out of that ground and pound all day.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it went all the way. Actually, went all the way.
Yeah.
All 5 rounds, but just an overall amazing fight, man.
Jason, I 100% agree with what you're saying, man. I mean, what a fantastic showing for both fighters. It sucks for Brian Ortega because this is the second time trying to go for the title and falling short. And it wasn't as bad as the Max Holloway fight, but I mean, like, it was just insane the level of brutal punishment that he was taking from Alexander. At the same time, trying to shrug it off and move forward. And towards the end, rounds 4 and 5, when old Volkanovski was trying to get tired, you saw Brian trying to capitalize, taking more risky shots. I just think that if he had put the pace on earlier on in the rounds 1, 2, and 3, maybe that would be different. Again, his style is to feel out his fighters first, but maybe the outcome of the fight would change. But
even it was. Volkanovski was just really on. He was
on
fire.
He was on point. I mean, the only time he only started looking at the clock in round 5, less than 30 seconds left.
Literally.
So I'm like, okay, he's maybe starting to get a little tired, but he just bulldozed those rounds mostly. I mean, like Brian Ortega was showing resistance. Don't get me wrong. There were times when he dropped him. Those 3 submission attempts. You guys, you're gonna see the reaction, guys. Like you saw us going wild because we thought it was a wrap. Because on paper, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, it's usually a wrap, but. as you see, that Alexander Volkanovski proved, and I hope any doubter of his stops now. But that, like, look, you can, no matter what you throw it at me, I'm happy to be wrong, because it just proves that, you know, the right guy won this fight. He won it in a mostly dominant fashion. If anything, this will get some more validity to Alexander Volkanovski and actually put him more, probably work on some more ground game for him, because if you're a true champion, you make sure there's no holes in your game.
Yeah.
And I feel that if a true champion, Alexander Volkanovski, and look back at this fight, he's like, okay, I saw some holes maybe with the jab, I saw some holes maybe with the submission game. Those came out of nowhere. So for the future, we'll see what happens. But honestly, like, fantastic fight overall. I mean,
hard fight from both of them.
Yeah.
Like he's at the end, he was saying when they were doing the interview, he was saying like that Mexican heart, man.
Yeah.
That is facts.
No, that is, yeah, bro. Like, he has the heart of a warrior to keep pushing through. Like, I mean, you saw some fighters can just not be able to go that way, and Ortega's just like
the punishment he took.
Yeah, dude. Like, look at him. Like, and there, look, between the rounds, the freaking doctor. I feel like the fight could have been stopped then.
So many
Doctor's
times.
like, how many fingers? And he's like,
Dude, oh yeah.
3.
No, he was like showing 1. He said like 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, he was like saying 1, 2. I was like, what the hell is going on? I picked Volkanovski to win, but at the same time, I would not be upset if Ortega won, because like,
I mean, based on the showing he did, like, I mean, honestly, like, towards like round 5, like, there's no way he's gonna get a surprise hit on Volkanovski. But he was landing, but he was definitely landing where I'm like, hey,
maybe.
I don't know, bro. Got me excited a little bit. Got me really excited about this main event. There was a lot of like high moments for both fighters. Both fighters had to go through to the fire to come out the other side. I mean, even though Brian Ortega was out short, I still think he'll definitely come back stronger once again. With Brian Ortega, like, every fight he gets stronger. Like we saw with the Zombie, we saw his loss against Max Holloway, and I figured this time, let's say in a world where you know, he gets another rematch and works his way up again, we might have it even. Both fighters will evolve, but Ortega has the most potential to grow even further.
Oh yeah.
I think to kind of close it off here, props to both fighters for giving out an amazing main event performance. Shout out to, you know, Ortega for having that Mexican heart and pushing through and being dangerous enough to try those attempts against a champion like Volkanovski. Yeah. Shout out to Volkanovski. Yo, homies, you put some respect in his name now. All right, he has definitely earned the title of champ, and I am looking forward to see what other challenges come his way during his reign as champ. He really is Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
So yeah. So,
oh my gosh.
I think I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching our coverage of UFC 266. This was our coverage of the main event fight, Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkanovski. I'm your host, George.
Jason.
Have a good day, everyone. Peace.